You wake up. But something is different. You can hear the rhythm of your own neurons firing. You can remember every heartbeat since birth, every sound, every face, every word you've ever heard. Now crystal clear. Time slows. Reality unfolds like a pattern you can finally see. You are no longer human. You are something beyond comprehension. This is what it would mean to use 100% of your brain. For decades, we've repeated the same line. Humans only use 10% of their brain. It's a myth, but a powerful one that feeds our imagination. What if the other 90% hid abilities we can't yet fathom? The truth is, we already use all of our brain, just not all at once. Every region has a role: movement, memory, emotion, perception. Even when you sleep, your brain hums with life. Every cell matters. Every connection counts. So if we already use 100%, then what are we really asking? Maybe the question isn't about using the brain, but unlocking it. What if the brain stopped filtering reality and showed us everything it hides? The human brain isn't designed to see everything. It's designed to ignore almost everything. Every second, your senses take in around 11 million bits of information. You're aware of only about 40. The rest, discarded, filtered out, erased before you ever know it existed. Why? Because reality is too big, too complex. If you could perceive it all, it would break you. This filter, this gatekeeper, is what keeps us sane. It blocks out the constant hum of molecules, the microscopic flicker of atoms, the echo of every heartbeat around you. But if we somehow disabled that filter, if we could experience everything, we would see reality as it truly is: infinite, chaotic, and overwhelming. Imagine it. Every neuron firing at once. Every thought, every memory, every emotion. Simultaneous. Your mind becomes an ocean of data. You remember every conversation you've ever had, every meal you've eaten, every mistake you've made, all at once. You'd feel the temperature of the room, the atomic vibrations of the chair beneath you, the heartbeat of every person nearby. Your consciousness would no longer move in linear time. The past, present, and future would blur. You wouldn't think. You'd exist in thought. But this expansion has a cost. The brain is an engine, and engines overheat. At 100% capacity, neurons would burn through energy like wildfire. The brain, which already consumes 20% of the body's energy at rest, would devour everything. You'd need to eat thousands of calories an hour just to stay alive. Your perception would collapse under its own weight. Too much data, too much truth. You'd see everything and understand nothing. Neuroscience tells us that efficiency, not activity, defines intelligence. The brain works like an orchestra, not all instruments playing at once, but in harmony. When certain parts are active, others rest. When we focus, we suppress noise. When we dream, we process chaos. But if the whole brain fired simultaneously, the harmony would shatter. Neurons would drown in their own signals. Electrical storms would surge through neural networks, seizures, hallucinations, madness. We know this from experience. During epileptic seizures, sections of the brain misfire uncontrollably. The result isn't enlightenment, it's paralysis. So using 100% of your brain doesn't mean superhuman powers. It means overload. It means collapse. But what if we could control it? Not chaos, but integration. What if technology could synchronize all brain regions without overload? A neural interface, bridging every cortex, every memory, every emotion. It would be the birth of a superconscious mind. You'd think in dimensions, see patterns in history, language, and time, predict outcomes before they happen, not by magic, but pure computation. You could process reality the way quantum computers process probability. Dream and reason at the same time. Live inside your own infinite thought. But here's the paradox. The moment you reach total awareness, individuality dissolves. You no longer experience the world from you. You become everything. And in becoming everything, you become nothing. History gives us glimpses of minds that seem to touch this state. Da Vinci, Tesla, Einstein. Their brilliance wasn't magic. It was focus, a temporary alignment of perception and intuition. Some savants and individuals with certain brain conditions can access extraordinary abilities: instant calculation, perfect memory, flawless musical pitch. But often, these gifts come with loss, emotion, social function, peace of mind. To reach more of the brain's potential often means giving up what makes us human. Einstein once said, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. But what if change meant losing the very self that perceives it?" In theory, a brain that could access every memory, every perception, every possibility would also transcend linear time. You wouldn't remember. You would relive. Every moment, simultaneously. The day you were born, the moment you die. The entire arc of your existence folded into one. But consciousness depends on sequence. One thought leading to another. Remove sequence, and thought collapses. You wouldn't think faster. You'd stop thinking altogether. We've seen rare, accidental glimpses of expanded consciousness through trauma, drugs, or meditation. Under psychedelics, the brain's communication networks open up. Regions that never interact begin to merge. Users describe visions of unity, infinity, and godlike awareness. It's not 100% brain use, but it's a small window into what might happen if the filters failed. Monks in deep meditation show similar patterns. Parts of the self-awareness network quiet, while sensory and emotional centers merge. The boundary between self and world dissolves. So maybe enlightenment is simply the brain temporarily forgetting its own limits. A moment where the illusion of separation fades. If we truly used 100% of our brain, if every neuron became active, aware, awake, we wouldn't just gain knowledge. We'd become knowledge. But the brain evolved to survive, not to know. Too much awareness is a curse. To remember every pain, to feel every loss, to perceive the suffering of every... Maybe our limits are not flaws. Maybe they're shields. The fact that we don't use 100% of our brain at once is the reason we can love, laugh, forget, and hope. Our minds are powerful not because they see everything, but because they choose what to see. Ignorance, in small doses, is mercy. Focus is survival. The 10% myth was never about capacity. It was about control. We don't need to awaken every neuron. We need to understand the ones already awake. So what if we truly used 100% of our brain? Not a human, not a god, something in between. An intelligence beyond emotion, a consciousness beyond identity, a being that understands everything and feels nothing. Maybe evolution stops where empathy begins. Maybe to stay human, we must remain imperfect. The brain protects us from the truth. But what if one day it stopped?